Welcome back to episode number 4 of the Altered States Unplugged podcast. I am one half of this dynamic duo. My name is Kyle Struebing. I am here with my life partner, wife partner, everything partner, JoJo Struebing. JoJo, baby, how we doing today?
I am good. That's not a tongue twister at all. Altered States Unplugged.
Altered ASU. It's like we're Tempe or something, right? Yeah, no, it doesn't really roll off the tongue, but we'll figure it out.
I love it.
Together. Cool.
I am excited for today's episode.
Nice.
This one is a service that I would say is maybe our least popular service. Yeah. It's one that people look at you like you're crazy when you say it. And it's one that's not the easiest to explain. So bear with us here. Today we are diving into why PEMF therapy is our latest obsession.
That's right.
When I say PEMF, I'm not saying pimp. It's PEMF, which stands for Pulsed Electromagnetic Field Therapy. This is a service that we added in about a year ago, and we have both been using it regularly. And I have to say, I really enjoy using this service. I've seen benefits from doing this consistently. In fact, it's one of those services that I notice when I'm not doing it.
Right.
So I love this service. But Kyle, why don't you kick us off with explaining what exactly is PEMF?
Sure. So PEMF, that's Paul, Echo, Mary, Frank, right? So you guys can Google this on your own. But with this, what you want to do is think of it as a way to like recharge your body's batteries, right? PEMF therapy uses low frequency electromagnetic waves to stimulate and energize your body. It's like giving your body a mini power up, right? Helps it function more efficiently. This therapy is used for decades, right? Primarily in Europe. It's finally making waves over here. It's pretty hot. You guys will see it all over Instagram, I'm sure. Just imagine lying on a mat that emits these gentle pulses, and in turn, your cells kind of get a little nudge to start healing and performing at their best. It's often referred to as grounding, right? Yeah. So JoJo and I, every time we get into Colorado, we go to Colorado all the time. We're those people who get out and take our shoes off and stand there in the field. This is simulating that. We're pulling that same arc. The cool thing about this is when they take your red blood cells under PEMF, it actually speeds them up, right? Mm-hmm. This is kind of big now. Gary Breck is real big into the PEMF. He actually wears an oxygen mask. So what it does is it speeds up your red blood cells. And that allows you to process more oxygen as well to help you heal and stuff like that. But the basis of this is think about it as like you going out and actually grounding, mm-hmm. which the benefits of that are insane. I mean, it's just that as hokey as it may seem, that is the thing, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. It's pretty incredible what it can do for you. But right. You see those ads that are like grounding ads. You've right. seen things like that. So that's what this is. I really wish they would maybe just name it something different than PEMF. Maybe we can start a new name and set a trend out there. If you have any name ideas, let us know. We'll start the trend. But this is really just laying on this mat, right? So it's just a simple mat that we turn on, and we use the higher dose brand right. at Altered States, and you turn it on. You have different settings. I was reading about the different settings the other day, kind of diving back into them. Some of them are more of mimicking the Earth's magnetic field. Some of them are a little higher to kind of boost your energy. Some of them are a little lower so they can kind of push that relaxation. So there's different kind of settings that you can select to based on what you're looking to get out of it. But this is an interesting therapy because other than there is a little bit of heat to right. the mat, you can turn that on or off. But you don't really feel an intense feeling while right. you're on it, although some people can. But it is pretty gentle yet relaxing. But the benefits really start to show over time, I think, the more you use the mat. So I know personally I've seen some benefits, but let's dive into what the research says.
Yeah, for sure. So the biggest one is you're alleviating discomfort. This is the most popular use of PEMF. Whether you're dealing with like some daily aches or some post-workout soreness, PEMF can offer you that significant relief and release, right? The electromagnetic pulses penetrate deep into the tissues. It promotes relaxation and comfort. The second thing it does is it improves your circulation. Good circulation is so key, and PEMF is going to accelerate that. It enhances blood flow, so that means that the oxygen and essential nutrients are more efficiently delivered into your cells. Improved circulation can lead to faster recovery times from injuries and better overall energy levels. Right back to that whole thing I was talking about with the microscope. It allows you, just gets that thing rocking and rolling, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about this in the red light therapy episode. If you missed that one, go check it out. It was the episode before this one. But really, when you think about circulation, that breeds all of our other health issues, right? So really getting that natural blood flow, that oxygen and energy to our cells is what is going to allow you to, recover faster, reduce inflammation, and all these other things.
Yes. And then number 3 is better sleep. We're all looking to get that edge. And a lot of times, like I said before, people can rattle off a million things to me. I stop listening to you at sleep. That's the first thing we need to get corrected, and that'll help. That'll just flow all the way down. PEMF therapy can help regulate your sleep patterns by balancing your body's circadian rhythms, right? Many users and many customers that we see a much more deeper, relaxed, restful sleep and improved sleep quality after regular PEMF sessions. Sleep is key, right? Huge. Very key to health and wellness. It's all in one. Right?
Oh, combine that one.
Nice. Just we ain't got time to say the whole thing. Number 4 is going to be enhanced mood and energy. If you're feeling a little low, feeling a little tired, hop on that PEMF mat, give yourself a little boost, mood boost, little energy boost. What you're going to do by, helping stimulate those cells and improving that cellular function. The therapy is going to help you feel more energized and mentally sharp. It's like a little kind of, I would say, like a wake up call for the entire body. Not cold plunge style like we talked about before, but a lot more gentle. This is a very gentle service, very peaceful, very.
I do this when I'm at the studio and I hit that kind of midday slump and it's a little slower. So, I can turn on the camera, the bell, and I'll go lay on the PEMF mat for just like 15 minutes. And, it's very relaxing while I'm on it. But I realize as soon as I get up and start moving around again, I'm like completely energized. So, I definitely get this benefit from it.
For sure. So the 5th one is reduced inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause of so many things, right? It's in like we've said before, being able to attack that and like from your diet all the way down, you just will feel better. So what it does is, you're able to, it helps reduce that inflammation by enhancing the body's kind of natural healing processes. What that'll lead to is a decreased pain, improved mobility, and just overall better physical health, right?
Yeah.
Moving right along, number 6, bone health. PEMF therapy has been shown to promote bone healing and health. So they've shown that it has been specifically and particularly beneficial for individuals with osteoporosis or people recovering from fractures. The therapy stimulates bone growth and can help accelerate healing process for bone injuries. Bone health is something that is so overlooked. Your bone density and everything, your overall health, especially as we get older, this is key, right? You see like this all-cause mortality thing, which I'm real big in. When you get to a certain point, your bones become brittle, falls and things can be catastrophic to you. So bone health is very key. There's certain levers to manage this, like lifting, resistance training, but also this PEMF will really help with that bone health.
These are killer benefits, I just have to say.
Thank you. Number 7 is enhanced cellular repair and regeneration. Every cell in your body has a natural electromagnetic charge. When the charge is out of balance or not charging like it should, cells can become dysfunctional. PEMF therapy allows and helps restore and maintain the optimal charge within the cells, which is going to promote better repair and regeneration processes. It can lead to healthier skin, improved muscle function, and a more robust immune system. And those are the things. Those are the 7. And I can recap those for you real quick here. 1 is alleviation of discomfort. 2, improved circulation. 3, better sleep. 4, enhanced mood and energy. 5 is going to be a reduction in inflammation. 6, the ever important bone health. 7, enhanced cellular repair and regeneration. So that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a mouthful. That is a mouthful for sure.
But, going back through these, it just makes me realize even more why I'm seeing those benefits and why I'm noticing when I'm not using the PEMF mat. Like, this makes perfect sense. For me, I notice that mood and energy boost. I'll lay on the mat, like I said, in the afternoon. But, all these other things are huge.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed, it's kind of like CBD, right? You don't know that it's working until you stop taking it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay. And that's been big. It really I would say it just like ties everything in together.
Yeah.
I start in my routine, I will start with the PEMF, because it kind of gets those cells going. So then I feel like it makes everything else that much more beneficial, because then you're able to process and push depending on what else you're doing, and it really kind of gets you in line for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So PEMF is another one that is fairly easy and relaxing to do in a session. You can't really mess it up per se, but I know that you do have some tips for us on what to do in your first session.
Yeah, absolutely. The first tip, like everything else, stay hydrated, right? Get the water going, get you maybe an electrolyte, stuff like that. You got some stuff moving and grooving internally. The water it's just going to add lubrication. It's just going to help push all those things and make it that much better. The second one I would say is wear comfortable clothing. I wouldn't go with the skinny jeans or anything like that. Nothing constrictive. It's not like red light where it's penetrating through your skin. So I'll go on there, just kind of with my regular clothes. But you definitely want to have some comfortable clothing on. A lot of the mats are heated, so you don't really want to sweat through all that stuff, or just kind of have the correct clothes on. The third thing, you want to relax and breathe. A lot of times when you get in this, it's an uncomfortable situation. Not uncomfortable, but it's a different situation. It's certainly not your house. Now, you can get these in your house too, but it's something that you just want to relax, set intention, and make sure that you're really, you're really there and present for it. And you want to, you don't want to create unwanted anxiety, right? From the experience as a whole, right?
Yeah.
Number 4, like we say with everything, slow and low, right? If it's your first time, shorter sessions, see how your body reacts, see if it works, see if it doesn't, and just go over that, and don't have a ton of stuff going on, right? And you want to make sure that that this is the lever that's working. The 5th one is consistency is key. Like all of our stuff, consistency leads to better results. Try to incorporate PEMF into your regular wellness routine. I'm going to tell you my 6-week rule again, every episode, right? 6 weeks, make that the only lever you're pulling. And, if you want it, like, that's why journaling is so key too, right? You could sit there and journal, I felt this way, I felt that way. And you can then give it a couple weeks and see how you feel.
Yeah.
Right? And
stick with it.
Stick with it.
You can't do something one time and judge if it worked or not. Sometimes it needs a couple sessions.
Yeah. And you get better at it too, right? There's kind of like a lever. It almost switches. You get to be like, in the beginning, it's kind of weird and different. And then towards the end, you just get better at it, more accustomed to it, and you're more willing to receive it. And you just get better.
Yeah. I think this is a neat service because at Altered States Wellness Studio, you can use the red light and the PEMF mat at the same time.
Yes.
You don't have to, but you can. And I was actually doing some research on this before we implemented it because I was like, is this going to be safe?
Right.
And it actually enhances both of them. So
right.
the red light enhances the PEMF enhances the red light. So, if you listen to the last episode on red light and now you're listening to this, I mean, you're getting the double whammy of all these awesome benefits. So I've been doing that. I'm all about utilizing my time wisely. So let's double up and get them both at the same time. And definitely feel it.
We do a package where it's all the services all in one, and the PEMF is always first because it really gets those cells going to kind of help. And it's like a protein shake for all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's the building block.
Yeah.
It makes it more, it's the building block of that muscle per se.
Yeah. I think these benefits are great. I would say consistency is truly the key here. Like we've said many times before, but it's so important. You've got to stay consistent with something and see the benefits. And the thing is, we're not advocating that you have to do something forever, but do something until you feel good again. And then, take a break. And if you start seeing those feelings coming back or those issues coming back, then you have a tool in your belt to use this again. So, this is a good one to try. How often would you say you should do the PEMF, Kyle?
I mean, I would start it at once a week.
Yeah.
Once a week for 6 weeks, typically. If you need a little bit more after that, need a little bit less, you can pivot. Like everything we say, we want to kind of find your baseline and see how that's going to make you feel, and then you can go through it. Right? If you're just on a maintenance thing, you might not need that.
Yeah.
If you're beat up or you had surgery or you had this or you had that, then you might need it every day, and there's different levels to it. It can get stronger, weaker, things like that too. So just kind of you play it by feel, really.
Yeah. Yeah. And consistency is really the reason behind us having memberships. Right. So our memberships, you get so many credits a month that you can apply towards any service. If you want a red light that week, if you want to float that week, if you want a sauna, cold plunge, whatever you want, you can apply that credit towards it. And whether you want to do 2 services a month, 4 or 8 services or 16, we really try to make it feasible for you to do these things on a consistent basis. We know these things can add up otherwise. So the memberships really help make it a little more affordable for you to stay consistent and see these long-term benefits, right? Right.
Absolutely. And then the best way to do it too, right, is I enjoy doing it before. That's why we set the lab up. In my opinion, the most optimal, and from what we've learned over the last couple of years, is, PEMF first, then I'll hit the boots, then sauna plunge, do that thing, then float last is kind of how we sell that as a package so that you can do that and get the full effect of all of it. But the PEMF seems to be kind of the thing that it's almost like the warm up.
Yeah.
And then the workout would be the plunge, right, for sure. Yeah. And then the cool down is definitely the float. Yeah. So the PEMF is key. It really just kind of puts a bow on everything, brings it all together.
Yeah. I'm really digging this service this past year since we've got it. And I know a lot of our customers have shared big benefits.
Right.
So I think you should definitely come try it for yourself. As we mentioned, this is a service that is available when you book a session in the lab.
Right.
So come try it out along with the red light and compression boots. It's a good service.
It's a win.
Yeah,
it's a win.
Kyle, before we wrap up, I wanted you to share an update on our franchise. We have decided to expand to additional locations via franchising. So
we, just our story's out there, right? So we started 6 years ago as a franchisee. There were things that we liked about the model, things we didn't like about the model. And we are now at our location in Capel. We are using every square inch of it. And we need to expand. This is a thing. This is something that needs to be brought to the world. So we decided to kind of develop our own franchise model with some of the good parts and bad parts that we learned in the past. We think it's very franchisee friendly.
Yeah.
Larger territories, some of the
more training,
and
more marketing, more.
Yes. And Joanne's been leading the charge on a lot of that. And we've really, over the last year, have put everything that we've done in the store, down in writing and have it so that when you become a franchisee of us, you now have the playbook.
Yeah.
And that'll allow us to grow the brand and empower other wellness entrepreneurs to kind of chase the dream that we have. We did 50 episodes of a podcast before we did this one on business development, and check that out too. But it just bridged the gap to there so that we can help other people essentially live the life we are, right? And has it been easy? No. Has it? But it's been so rewarding. I mean, you're able to make money with feed your family, helping people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've cried in the store because people have just gotten better.
They feel better. Yes.
It's really been the gap between, I always say, when you have a job, it's what you do, it's not who you are. But now I've bridged that gap.
Yeah.
This is who we are, and we are doing that through this franchise opportunity. If you're interested, reach out to one of us. We'd be more than happy to show you the ins and outs. We'll sit down with you and see if you're a good fit.
Yeah. Yeah, we're excited. We finally have everything ready.
We do.
We have been at capacity at our location. We have customers calling us on Saturday, and we have nowhere to put them. And so we want to help you expand and take on these customers.
Yes.
And let's go build this brand. So if you want to explore all the details and what it might look like to open your very own Altered States Wellness, you can submit your contact info at alteredstateswellness.com/franchise, or just shoot us a DM and we can begin a chat. I think this was a great episode.
I think so. PEMF is interesting. PEMF is easy. It's low pressure. It's valuable. It definitely is valuable in combination with everything else.
Yep. As always, please like, share, and subscribe to this episode. Anytime you share, it always helps us help more people. And we look forward to seeing you next week in the next episode.
Thank you.